Hi everyone. So, how are you doing? It's good to be here in this platform, and I'm still experimenting. But yeah, I'm so happy to see. Last week we did another video in Ayurvedic tips, and some people shared comments, and somebody asked about headaches, tips for headaches from Ayurveda, and that's why I thought to do this session. And it will be good to have your feedback or any if you found anything helpful, please always put it in the chat. We are always reading them. So before I start, I'm Satya, and I'm an Ayurvedic wellness coach at Anyo. And I have been doing a video every week on Saturday at 5:30 p.m., sharing some quick tips, practical tips you can incorporate in your daily life. It could be any health topic. You can also recommend some. And based on last week's suggestion, here it is. So, headache remedies as per Ayurveda. So, before I get into it, headache can be a very, like a complex health like not a condition, but it's a symptom which a lot of people experience. But the root cause could be a little bit tricky. It's a lot of different causes that can cause headaches. But I want to keep it a little bit broad and share with you some three types of headaches. When you know which type you are experiencing, it can be helpful to address it more, like uh, better, like targeted one. Okay, so as you all know, our head has like 4 out of 5 senses. So we have the eyes, nose, mouth, like the tongue, which taste test for the taste buds, and for ears. All these things are in our head. So head is so vital, and we also have a brain. So yeah, all our thought processes. Any imbalance with these senses, it can cause headache. So for example, if there is too much water behind our eyes, it can cause increased eye pressure, like the ocular pressure, and it can cause headache. If there is too much water in the nose or the sinus passages, it can cause sinus headache. If there is ear infection, or if there is a dry mouth, for example, which is a sign of dehydration, all these can cause headaches. And because our brain is there, or any sort of thoughts of overwhelm or stress, anxiety, these can also cause headaches. So if at any point we have any questions, please put it in the chat. So I will address all of your doubts at the end of this session. Okay. So yeah, so head is very important. Now we're going to discuss about 3 types of headaches. So the first one is a Vata headache. So Vata headaches are like, they are like in the backside of your head, so like in the lower part of your skull, and it can feel a little bit pulsating. It can be vague pain. This can happen kind of 1 hour before sunrise or sunset. So this is the Vata time of the day, which is like 2 a.m. to 6 a.m. or 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. These are the Vata times of the day. If you experience a headache at this time, especially at the back of your head, it is the Vata headache, which means it's just a imbalance of the air element in our body. So this can also be linked to indigestion, constipation, or it could be due to poor sleep, or there's a lot of physical exertion, like you lifted a lot of heavy weights, or you climbed a lot of stairs, or you walked a lot of miles. So all of these can potentially cause Vata type of headache. So this is the first one. And the next one I want to share, second type is Pitta type of headache. So Pitta is related to fire element. Any sort of acid indigestion, heartburn, or any sort of burning sensation in your body, like or the intestine, like somewhere in your body, abdomen, you feel some burning sensation. These can be linked to Pitta headache, and this will be a pain in your temples. It'll be very sharp and shooting pain. It's like, oh my god, unbearable. And these people can be very irritable also. And a Pitta headache can also make you feel like nauseous. So feels like vomiting. And after vomiting, you may even feel better if it is a Pitta headache. So that's it. And because it is a fire related one, which time of the day is the fire at its peak? So the sun is the big ball of fire. So during the midday, like the exact noon, like roughly 12, or like exact Pitta time is like 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. or in the night after 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. If you experience a headache at this time, it is likely a Pitta headache. And it can be due to intake of spicy food or maybe even skipping meals. Yeah, or a lot of stress can also cause this type of headache. So this is the next one. And the third one is a kapha headache, which relates to water imbalance. So mainly in the center of your front forehead. So this is a very dull pain. You can say it's more of a sinus headache. So if you bend forward, you might feel the pain intensifies. So this is due to the water element, the sinus passage is being overfilled and stuffed. So when you are bending because of the gravity, it pains you a lot. So this is the third type. And it can be associated with any sort of allergies where there is itching or water from your eyes, or any sneezing, cold, that sort of thing, some sort of respiratory congestion, all these things, water related imbalances. This can cause this kapha type of headache. So these are the three types of headache. So as you know, it can be due to digestion issues connected to the gut, right? And based on the location of the headache, you can kind of identify what is the source. So once you know which type it is, we then suggest a diet or lifestyle to balance Vata, Pitta, and Kapha. But there will be a lot, lot of information. I don't want to overload you today. So I will just share a few paste and oils which you can apply when you have an active headache. So just for a pain relief. So first, for a okay, yeah, sorry. So for a Vata type of headache, which is in the back of your head, you can try to apply sesame oil in your temple and the center of your forehead. We can also use a paste of nutmeg, which is jati phal in Hindi and jadikai in Tamil. You just use the powder, take a little bit of a powder, mix it with water, make it a paste that you can apply on your head. It won't fall. So don't make it too watery or it will go all over your eyes and you don't want it. Make it like semi liquid, not too much. Make it just a paste good enough to apply. You can apply all over your forehead also. So nutmeg powder and sesame oil, or if you want essential oil, I would suggest henna oil, henna essential oil. So just use a couple of drops on these points, I said. For the second type, Pitta type of headache, you can use a paste of sandalwood powder. So sandalwood is so cooling, and because Pitta is related to fire, you just put it on your temples or wherever it is on your head, whichever portion is aching, you can just apply the paste on that specific area. Or if you want an essential oil, jasmine essential oil. Jasmine is cooling, so you can use that. Or plain coconut oil if you have at your home. But make sure just, it's not too semi-solid. Just make it into a liquid and then apply all over your head. So it'll be better absorbed compared to the paste form of coconut oil. And the third type is the kapha type of headache. What you can do is dry ginger powder. You can use a paste of this, apply just all over your forehead. This will help. If you want a essential oil, you all know for sinus, everyone have tried eucalyptus oil. Like almost everyone knows eucalyptus oil. So we can just put it on the points, the same like the temples and the center. But there are also a few more points which you can focus. Like for all these three types, use the specific oil I mentioned for each type of headache. You can put it on specific points, like which are called marma points. These are like energy points in our body, all over our body. There are specific vital points which it's like the joint of muscles, blood vessels, bones, nerves. A lot of these tissues join more proficiently in these areas. So these points, if you activate these points, just like in acupressure or acupuncture, these will provide more enhanced result. So I'm going to share 6 points for your massage if you're doing any oil. Okay, so just for oil, the first one is the top of your head. This is your crown point. If you want to identify it, take your fingers, put 4 fingers above your eyebrows, and put another 4 on top of it, and point along the central line of your head, which comes right after my finger. I hope you can see. This is my crown point. So this is point 1. And the next one is this area, Shankamarma, it's called. This is just your temple. The next one is center, the third eye point. And the next one is near your nose, both sides. Not just in the bottom, just a little up here. And then 2 points above and below your lips. So this midpoint, I hope you can see, this midpoint, and below the lips, this point. So these are like 5. And now, if you also have any neck strain or tension in your shoulders or this area, you can also focus on the midpoint of your shoulder on both sides, okay? Just this point. So there's 6 points. I will just quickly repeat. The center of your head, crown, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, actually 7. Fine. So you got an extra. That's a bonus for you for attending today. So that's it from my side. If you have any questions, please put it in the chat. Or if you have any topic suggestions for the next one, please also suggest it. Any sort of health question, not just headache. Anything related to health of body or mind, or anything Ayurveda related that you want to learn more, please put it in the chat. And please consider subscribing to our channel. We hope to share more useful stuff like this, something wellness related to keep you more balanced, and a lot of practical tips which you can start following right away. So, and in the next week, don't miss. Next week, I'm going to share the long-term solutions. Today, it's just a home remedies for instant pain relief for headache. Next week, it will be a long-term like diet and lifestyle related suggestions. So yeah. Thank you so much. Have a good rest of the day. Bye.